Okay. Thanks everybody for turning up today on such short notice and on a day that's threatening to rain. But it's a pretty special day for the island community because after many years of waiting and planning, we're having a sod turning ceremony to start the construction of the Bay Island Sports Hub and Resilience Centre. And I'm very pleased that today we've got our Mayor, Karen Williams, and our Federal Member for Bowman, Andrew Lamming, turn up. And it's very important because through Andrew's support we had $500,000 contributed to this $1 million project, and with the Mayor's support, councils raised the additional funds to go towards it. So it's a very special day, and it's going to be the start of a facility that's going to deliver real resilience needs to the islands and also cater for the sporting needs of this wonderful facility that's been built over the last few years. So I'd like to first off initially just pass over to Karen to say a few words and then to Andrew.
Thanks Mark, and if I could start firstly by acknowledging the Commonwealth people who are the traditional owners of the land in which we gather, and I pay respect to their elders past and present. I'd also like to of course acknowledge the local councillor for Division 5, which represents Southern Moreton Bay Islands, Mark Edwards, and of course Federal Member Dr. Andrew Lamming. And today is really all about partnerships and seeing through partnerships at all levels of government, because we're standing on a pretty impressive sporting facility here on Nessel Island. It was not that long ago, I think less than 12 months ago, that we were here to launch these sporting fields, which personally, having been around Redlands looking at the various wonderful facilities, this is really one of the top 10 I think for our young people on the island to actually have healthy lifestyles and opportunities to be part of team sports. So that particular launch a year ago saw us collaborating with the state government. It was a $2 million investment, but today we actually add the icing to the cake. Thank you to the federal government with a $1 million facility, a building that will not only act from a disaster management perspective as a resilience hub, but also to assist the community in enjoying the sporting grounds and basically even the community around, so we've got a place to gather. So it's very exciting, and the $500,000 that we've received through the RDA is gratefully accepted on behalf of the Redlands Logan RDA group. And of course, as I said, this is all about partnerships, not just partnerships with federal, state government, but of course with the community, who have been very, very engaged and supportive of moving forward and making sure that we've got facilities like this for our Southern Moreton Bay Islands. And we know now with TransLink in place that the opportunities for this facility to be shared across four islands of Southern Moreton Bay Island is now a reality. So we're very proud of our Southern Moreton Bay Islands. We still think that they have heaps of potential, with a jewel in the crown, and this is just one of those opportunities for us to congratulate the community, thank the levels of government that work with us in partnership to make sure that Redlands and the Southern Moreton Bay Islands can be the best place in the world to live, work and play. So with that, I'd like to also just quickly, before I hand on to the Federal Member Dr. Andrew Lamming, thank the staff that have been involved, because we often stand here and with our silver shovel and you know, take the glory, but it has been a labour of love for the staff at Redlands City, and of course those people who've contributed through the funding or applications in the RDA. But if I could just thank the staff for the relationships I know they have with the local community and helping us deliver this successful opportunity, piece of infrastructure for the Southern Moreton Bay Islands. So with that, I'll hand over to pass the sporting field, so I'm going to pass the ball to Dr. Andrew Lamming.
Thank you, Karen Williams, and Mark Edwards, as they say in the States, always prefer a punt to a sack. So I've just caught the ball, and thank you, because it's a rare opportunity federally to ever turn a sod, where a level of government rarely gets their hands dirty. And as you can see by looking at my hands, that is the case. So I wear a lemon lid very rarely. Karen, you look perfect in yours, but far more practiced than me, I guess. But that's because federal government is different. We're not a service provision level of government. We're more about opportunity. Federal government is about effectively financial transfers, the tax system, and then personal payments to individuals according to need. This is a rare example where if there's a cross-border issue, federal government does get involved. Disaster preparedness is one of them. So the Productivity Commission really saying the best investment is avoiding the damage of a disaster by being prepared for it in the first place. And secondly, we're about opportunity for individuals. So when we look at an area like the islands, we want to connect local people to the real economy. And that starts potentially with a centre like this. So when we hear the word resilience, I'm not just talking social resilience. The federal government is usually talking economic resilience. That's helping welfare-dependent families connect to a real job. Research done in the UK shows the best thing you could do for a welfare dependent family with 2 welfare or sometimes 3 welfare incomes and no private income is to connect one of them to a job. And if this centre helps to do that, it will pay itself back many times over. This is going to be a relatively small but extremely productive investment for an island that doesn't have anything quite like this to date. I'm looking forward to seeing it finished, built on time, looking really smart, and a great example of how 2 levels of government work together to genuinely connect people to economic opportunity. You've heard about Work for the Dollar? Well, there's an example where people will potentially meet and plan projects here and get the drive to one day take great island people onto the mainland to deliver services or be employed there. It's possible for every young person to do that, and right now a few bucks a week of water taxi travel is holding them back. We need to change that and reconnect those young people to a job, because that creates a lifetime change for them and for the people that they look after, their immediate family members. Great work, money well spent, and great to be in partnership with Karen, with Mark and the Council. Thank you.
Before I let Mark just take over the proceedings, if I could just also take this opportunity, and I do apologise that I didn't mention this first up, is that Councillor Edwards has done a terrific job, in my view, of working for the community of the Southern Moreton Bay Islands and Redland Bay. And just to put that into perspective, this $1 million project is just one part of a $6 million investment that Council is making on the Southern Moreton Bay Islands this year, and I think it is credit to the Councillor and to the community that stand behind him in delivering that. So with that, Mark, I'd like to thank you on behalf of Redlands and of your community for the great work that you're doing and continue to do here on the Southern Moreton Bay Islands.
Thank you. Well, I think we should now move on and start the construction of this building by using this wonderful industrial shovel.
And my steel cap boots.
And your steel
Thank you.